Hi, my name is Alex and I'm back with the layout build update. I have not worked on my layout for the last 10 weeks. I've been away attending to what I call life maintenance tasks and also went away for a bit of a holiday. Now I'm back, refreshed, with clear mind and keen to resume working on the layout. I've cleaned the layout, restored it to its operational status, and I got the trains running again. All is well. Sometimes I like to watch my trains running around my layout from this particular vantage point. And when I do that, I think to myself, it would be nice to have some sort of a scenic divide or view block put in this area, essentially splitting the layout into two scenes. One is the station and town scene, and the other one is the standalone industry. So I'm thinking of putting in two or three forested hills in between those tracks. I've mocked up a couple of these. So I've got some random bits of foam stuck on the board and some cheerful eBay trees, just to give you an idea of what things might look like. So now having these hills in place, I've got my view block. That will extend a bit further out here as well. I think it's nice to see the train come out from behind the hills and into the view. I also like how this new proposed scenic divide looks from the opposite end of the layout. Um, Before I can proceed and actually build those hills and put them in place, I need to address the issue of turnout accessibility. So now I have three turnouts hiding behind these hills. I've got one here, which is still accessible because I will taper this hill off so that I have an unobstructed view of it. But then I have two other turnouts right behind there, which are no longer easy to get to. So I've been thinking about my plans for this view block a bit more and realize I don't like seeing the train going through this cutting. It just doesn't work for me. So I'm thinking I will just rely on just that hill and these trees here to provide a view block. And I'm going to remove this one completely. And then I will make some changes to the track arrangement so that I bring these two tracks as close to each other as possible. So I no longer wanted to have the two turnouts right at the back. I removed them and replaced them with two other turnouts closer to the junction. I hope that would resolve the access issue. I've also made some adjustments at the junction so that I could bring the trucks closer together. After some more tinkering, all of the track was finally reconnected. It was at this time that I realized that I did a really bad job laying the track. There was basically no clearance between the two rearmost tracks. The rear track was made up of, I think, three pieces. I removed them all and replaced it with just a one length of flex track. And that allowed me to tweak the geometry a bit more and achieve a bit of a clearance. So having tested that, okay, I then replaced the track bed and the job was done. Well, that turned out to be a lot bigger project than I expected. That's all because I decided to make changes to my track. And one thing led to another, and suddenly I'm into 3 hours of ripping up track and redoing it. So I finally got there. It's all electrified and working again. And finally I can get to the actual subject of the video, which is making these forested hills and making a view block. Good luck to me. I worked on the lower part first, as I wanted to finish the hillside scenery I started some time ago. And just like last time, I was going to use expandable foam. But this time around, I bought myself a much bigger can of this stuff, hoping that it would be enough to do the lower part and then the standalone hill as well. I wanted to make the view blocking hill removable. So I ended up using this 3mm tunnel core project board as the base for it. I've made up a template out of a paper, transferred it onto the board, cut it all out, and then slapped a whole pile of this expandable foam right on top of it and let it dry overnight. So this is the next day and the foam has fully cured. And of course, I realized that using a thin, flexible board as a base was not the brightest idea. I forgot that the foam will expand in all directions, which means it has deformed the base. Fortunately, the fix was quick and easy. I separated the foam from the board. That turned out to be quite easy. And then just used the big kitchen knife to carve the excess foam off the bottom to make the bottom flat again. Once done, I just used some hot glue to put it all back together. I continued carving both hills with the knife just to give them the initial rocky appearance. I used two different hammers to achieve the final desired look of the hills. Then it was painting time. I have mixed up a runny gray acrylic concoction into which I've also added some PVA glue. I did that because hammering the foam results in quite a bit of damage, and you end up with loose bits and pieces of the foam. So I thought, well, if I paint it with some PVA glue, that will probably help secure everything in place. So the first coat is just a light gray all over. Then I applied some, was it the yellow oxide and red oxide, I think. Yep. And then waited for that to dry, and finally gave it a black wash to achieve the end result. So this episode did not go exactly to plan. By now, I was expecting to have the hillside and the removable hill mostly scenic, but I get carried away with all the truck work, and so now I'm back using those eBay trees again. I will have to make the scenic work a topic of another video. Still, I'm pretty happy with the progress, so thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.